Hey friends, Erica here from Milestone Mom and welcome. So what if I told you that I have created monthly themes that you can do with your toddler or preschool every week? Yes, that is right. So as most of you know, if you've been around a while, you know that I am a teacher and a pediatric developmental therapist. And I have been in the early intervention program for almost a decade. I have worked in private practice as a developmental therapist and also 5 years as a service coordinator. And I am a huge advocate for early intervention. So since March, our world has been turned upside down and things are a little bit different. So no longer do I come into your homes, sit down, bring in my magic bag of toys, which is what I call it, and have sessions or evaluations or assessments in your home. Everything is done online now. So I have had to take a step back from my business and kind of reevaluate things. And at the same time, I also run Milestone Mom. And what I realized is that everything was meshing really well. So now I do Zoom calls with my families, whether it be an evaluation, assessment, ongoing, and I am teaching them what to do with their child, which is what I would do in person anyway, but the dynamic is so much different, okay? And at Milestone Mom, I create printables, crafts, and activities to share with you. If you want to know more about what I do here at Milestone Mom, after this video, okay, after the video, because I have a lot of good information, make sure you click the home button and it will talk about who I am and what Milestone Mom is. So if you have a toddler or a preschool, you're in the right place. So something I do for my business is I get a big calendar, and I'm actually looking at it right now. I'll try and insert a picture for you. I put my calendar on the wall, and I divide it by quarters. Okay, so I've got January, February, March here, April, May, June here. It says quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4 is over there. And I was staring at a blank calendar on the wall and really trying to reflect back on 2020 and where I wanted to go for 2021. And I've had so many of you reach out. I know there's a lot of bad things that have happened with the coronavirus and everything that's happened with that, but there's been a lot of blessings as well. And one of those is that I have heard from you guys more than I have, I think, in my entire 4 years of business. You've been reaching out saying, do you have this? Can you create this? What about this? And it's really helped me to realize what it is that you guys need. And so I'm staring at this blank wall and I'm thinking, my practice and my business really mesh, because what I do in my practice, being a developmental therapist for almost a decade, you really kind of have to, I like to come into the homes with new ideas and fun things and work on what that child's goals are, but make it fun, right? I mean, we're working with birth to 3-year-olds. And because if you know early intervention, you actually age out the day before your 3rd birthday. And I also have videos on early intervention if you want to check those out. So as I'm staring at the wall, I'm realizing that what I do in my business is I break it down per month. So every month I have a theme. And it really helps me to compartmentalize that in my mind. And then, so for my business, in early intervention, normally a child is seen either weekly, 2 times a month, or 1 time a month. That's normally the frequency of visits. Sometimes, if the child is really delayed or they're getting ready to age out, sometimes we'll do 2 times a month. So in my practice, what I did was every month we had a theme, and then I would create usually 4 lessons to go with that theme. So as I'm staring at the wall, blank calendars, I'm like, why can I not do that for Milestone Mom? So if you think about a theme, okay, now you have to remember, like, numbers, letters, colors, shapes, those really aren't themes, okay? Think about state standards. So those are like our big things that we need to incorporate into our themes. So if you think of January, I think of winter. So January is a winter theme. If you think of December, you think of Christmas, right? You think of October, I think of fall. Okay, so I gave each month a theme, and then I broke it down into weeks. And you know, some months have 5 weeks. So I actually have sticky notes. I need to insert a picture for you guys because this is actually amazing. This has really helped me to target what it is that you need, and I cannot wait to share it with you. So for December, we are going to do 4 videos revolving around Christmas, and we have a New Year's activity. And then so for January, then we'll start our winter theme, okay? So that's kind of how I'm breaking it down. So every single week, okay, I don't have a magic bag of toys anymore, but I have a magic tray that I am going to share with you guys, okay? So make sure you subscribe. If you are interested in this, if you have a child, if you're a teacher, a guardian, a foster parent, a mom, it does not matter, a grandparent, if you are searching for activities, crafts, printables, child development information, and you landed on my YouTube channel, then you're probably in the right place, okay? So let's go ahead and get started because I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but anyway, that's the process of what I do. And then each week I would go in and work with that child, and it would be new, fun, exciting things, okay? And now I am creating some of these things, sending it to the parent to allow them to print out. So why not share it with my community, right? Okay, so here we go. So week 1. So this week, our book is Maple and Willow's Christmas Tree, okay? And you can find a read aloud on YouTube for this, okay? I should mention before I keep going, it was very important for me to find, I really want to find books. I can't promise it's going to happen all the time, but I do want to find books that are read alouds online. Just in case you can't make it to the library, at least you and your child can listen to it online. And also, I really wanted to make crafts and activities of things that you probably already have in your home. Okay, you don't need to spend $60 at Amazon, although I will link to a few things. Most of my stuff I either had because I have a lot of crafts, or I got it at the Dollar Tree or Walmart. So let's keep going, I guess. Okay, so our book for the first week that we're doing this in December is, like I said, Maple and Willow's Christmas Tree. And this is a really cute story. And so all the activities that I'm doing actually pertain to this book. Okay, so some of the activities. Once you read this, you will realize that there is a star involved in the book, okay? So why not create a star? And all of this information is on my website, so I will put a link below, okay? You'll be able to see the activity itself, what you need for it, and again, not going to make you go broke doing this. I'm meeting you where you're at during these difficult times and giving you fun, creative, educational things to do with your child. And every week it's going to be different, so I'm really excited about that. Okay, so this is the craft for the week. So it is a star made with tissue paper, and I actually have the template on my website. So again, that link is below. And all you do is you cut this out, and you need contact paper and tissue paper, and you'll be able to create your star. And then let's see what else we have. We actually have a lot. So I have this Christmas tree template, and it already has circles in it. So this, you can either use the painting dots or you can just color it. I actually just colored this for you guys. You can cut it out if you want, and you can put it on a piece of paper. So a fun, fine motor coloring activity for your child. And then using another tree template that I have, you are actually going to cut this out and you're going to cut construction paper. Okay, and this one allows us to work on numbers. So once you have that cut out, this is the number 10, so I just started with number 1, 2, 3, and all the way down to 10, and I wrote the number that they are supposed to be working on here, and you can work, you know, numbers 1 through 10, and then, so what you do is you actually just put the pom-poms on the numbers. So again, working with fine motor, okay, so they can use their hands. If you want, you can get some of those tongs at the Dollar Tree and maybe some bigger pom-poms, and they can actually put these on with those, the little tong tweezer things that they have. And then so they're going to be counting, okay? So we have that one. And then we have some of these smaller ones. So another template that you can print out. They're black and white for ease of printing. And you're going to put them, you're going to cut out the little pieces of construction paper as well. And I don't know, you probably haven't noticed this, but I'm focusing on a select few colors, which I then colored this with. So kind of keeping that same color theme. So again, our theme is not colors, right, or numbers, but we are incorporating those into our theme. Okay, so this we have, just came from the template, and it's color matching, right? So they're gonna put the yellow on the yellow, the orange on the orange, green on the green, and so forth. Okay, so they can color match. So we got colors, numbers. Okay, so how fun is that? And then lastly, I took these fun little trees and I actually made them into shapes. Okay, so this is one worksheet, 2 activities. Okay, I did color this, so you're going to go ahead and print it out. At the bottom of it, I don't know if you can see this, it says cut out the shapes, so there is actually shapes down here, and then they're going to work on matching their shapes. Okay, and then I'll show you a piece of that. And these aren't huge shapes, okay? I could have put, I don't know, 6 trees on there with shapes instead of, I'm going to go ahead and dump these out, instead of the 9 that I did. So as you can see, this is a heart, okay? We've got the square, and then you're just going to literally match them. And the reason I made these a bit smaller, can you guess why? That's right, for fine motor practice, okay? So matching the shapes. And then, so the second activity for this is I actually printed out 2 of these, and I colored the trees on both sets of printables exactly the same color, okay? So the yellow circle is a yellow tree. Or sorry, the circle is a yellow tree. The square is a purple tree. And then you have a shape and color matching game. Okay, so look, yellow circle has to go on the yellow circle. And we have a yellow heart, right? So we have to find the yellow heart tree. Okay, wish you guys could see these better. I want to try and get like an overhead shot. So when I show these to you, I can show them upside, or not upside down, but facing down. So then what I did was I took all of these and I put them in a bag. Okay. And we just created a busy folder. And I would recommend that you maybe get a file folder or something Doesn't have to be a file folder to keep these in. And then when your child needs something to do, you can pull these out, okay? I'm really big on defined play spaces. So a lot of times when I write goals for a child that I've assessed, you will actually see me write in there a defined play space. So what that means is your child has their toys that they play with daily, right? They make a mess, they have fun, that gross motor activity. And believe me, I will be talking about that quite a bit because I'm a huge component of toddlers running around, gross motor, fun, busy activities, okay? Not just flashcards and doing this and doing that. So I will definitely be incorporating some of that. And actually I have a list of motor activities that you can do with your child that I will link to. So for a defined play space, I mean, they may have Legos out all the time, blocks, but for a specific defined play space is some of these activities that I'm doing here and that I'm talking about, okay? These are not activities that you're going to keep out. These are activities that your child will actually sit for a short amount of time and work on. Okay, so these are like special magic toys or special toys, right? They only get brought out at a certain time. And the defined play space is a small table and chairs that you have in your living room, or maybe their high chair, if they're still sitting in a high chair, or maybe something at the table, right? If you have a booster. If your child is just starting their colors, do not give them all of these. Don't. I would even maybe start, if they're just starting, yellow, and show them yellow. Or two colors, right? Yellow and blue. And you'd be surprised at what age your child will actually start matching. Because when I work with these parents, and on part of my standardized test is matching and matching shapes and colors. And I'll ask them, has your child matched shapes or colors yet? And they're like, no. And then, so we work with what they have, and I'm like, have them do this and this. And a lot of times they'll match a color, and the parents are clapping and so excited. So don't underestimate your child, okay? But if they're in the beginning stages, make sure that you just start with one or two, and then incorporate the third one, and just keep going until they know their colors. So I think that's all I have for today. So lots of activities to get you started for the week. My plan is to post a video every Thursday or Friday. Probably Friday is my hope. That way you have the weekend to get whatever you need to get. You can work on it with your child that week, and then that next Friday is going to be another video, okay, to show you what you can do. And I have a private Facebook group that I will also link below. I'm really hoping that you guys can share some pictures in there. So as your child's working or a completed project, share those pictures in there, okay? I want to see what you're doing. Head over, ask any questions that you have. I'm most active in my Facebook group and also on my email list. So make sure you sign up for my email list as well. I'll put a link below. Okay, so just a little sneak peek for next week. So we are in December, so our theme is Christmas, right? So we talked about Christmas trees. I hope you enjoyed that story. This next week is The Littlest Reindeer. And I've got a lot of fun projects coming up for that. Don't want to share them. You're going to have to wait in anticipation. Honestly, actually, I will try and get these up ahead of time so you can look at the supply list so you can see what you need. Wow, I think that's it. That was a lot to cover. I'm really excited about this. I cannot wait for you to get started and start sharing those pictures. So if you like what I'm doing, make sure you hit subscribe, and also there is a bell so you can get notified of when my new videos come out. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.